G'day! Last video for 2019. Sorry about the voice, I've been a bit under the weather, but it's still me underneath all this croaky stuff. Look, do you want another year like 2019? Now for many of us, this is the time of the year where we reflect on the year that's drawing to a close. It's now the 30th, so it's drawing to a close fairly quickly. Now for some of us it's been brilliant and more of the same please, but for a large group of us it's the time when we say, you know what, I need a change. I'm not happy. Now look, there are many reasons for this. Old, tired relationships, scraping a life from slim pickings, you know, the list is really long. And honestly, I don't have all the answers and this is not my intent in today's video. But I will tell you that I used to go through the same thing every Christmas. Now, I've held down, in some cases fairly precariously, I've held down some very senior corporate roles over the last 40 odd years. And I was amazed how often it'd get to Christmas and I was in that space. It's kind of surprising how dissatisfying I found it. I always thought I'd be happier working for myself, and now I do. So now I alternate between great glee and happiness and being scared shitless. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't have it any other way. And maybe your disenchantment, if that's what you're feeling, is caused by feeling trapped in a boring salary job where nothing much is going to change, even if you get promoted. A couple of days ago, I was at an event and I was talking to the bloke sitting next to me. It turns out he's the global head of a retail banking corporate division for a very, very large bank. He's 56, he wears a watch that's more expensive than my house, and you know what? He's really unhappy. There's no challenge left, there's no excitement, there's no sense of achievement that, you know, he did it himself. We talked about what he wants to do and he was really clear. He wants to work for himself, advising small businesses on how to get funding. Now he is a world-class expert, but even he doesn't know where to start. And here's another interesting thing. He's never failed because he's never taken risks. And one of the main reasons why he doesn't want to get started is he's scared of failure. Now, as it turns out, we're getting together in the new year to talk through those issues. And in 10 minutes, when I was sitting with him, I was actually able to show him a really clear pathway. And what was really important for him was what I call a risk mitigation strategy. I showed him how he can get started on the side without risking everything that he's got. He's so excited. He said it was the Christmas present he most wanted but never expected to get. So look, if you're in that situation, here's 10 things that you can do over the next few days so that you get started from January the 1st, having decided and having made a commitment to yourself, not me. I don't know you from a bar of soap, although I'm sure you're a really nice person. If that's not you, then just stop reading and go back to your Christmas presents because you're probably just not ready. Now, I want you to write your answers down. I want you to refine them and make them as concise as possible. Don't worry about all the negative thoughts screaming at you. Don't worry about how risky your inner naysayer person is telling you that all this is, okay? So here we go. Headlong into a future that wasn't just going to happen anyway. But hang on, because it could get a little bumpy. Number one, what can you sell? Decide what it is that you know better, like a 6 out of 10, than people who are a 3 out of 10 and that they would love to know and would trust you to tell them. Number two, what's their pain point? What is it that you can actually fix for them? What is their problem that your knowledge and experience is going to solve for them? And number three, research your solutions. Okay, do a ton of research to find out how people get the knowledge to solve those problems these days. There'll be experts and channels and forums and groups. Okay, go out and find what people are using right now to help other people solve those problems and make sure that you take your solution and just kind of, you know, weave it into that. So in other words, you're understanding the lie of the land, as it were. Number four, work out your unique value proposition. Work out what you can do that's a little bit different to all the others. There's a concept called just noticeable difference, where people don't even realize that things are almost the same, but they're subtly different. They're different enough to be recorded by their subconscious. So you don't have to offer funding advice consisting of robbing a bank in a pink tutu. You don't have to be that extreme, just noticeable difference. Because what that means is that you can take your knowledge and you can just make small tweaks here and there, and it becomes really valuable for people. Number five, locate your target audience. Find out where the people who need what you have hang out. Find out what social platforms, find out what groups and communities, find out what clubs, you name it, go and find them, okay? They're out there and they're just hoping that somebody like you is gonna come along and help solve their problem. Number 6, get help with your marketing. Look, I have tried for a few years to work all this marketing stuff out. I don't know whether it's because I'm old or what, but I can tell you, don't mess around with this stuff. It is so important. So go and get some good social media marketing assistance. Go and find somebody who knows exactly what they're doing. Like May, who works with me. She's an absolute expert at this. She knows stuff that I've got no clue what she's talking about, but she does. It's a skill, it's hugely underrated. Get the best person that you can afford because it is the blood and the arteries of your business. If you don't market, you're dead. Number 7, nail it, then scale it. So start small, okay? Prove up your concept, warm up your social media, make sure that you're building things. Don't rush this bit, honestly, don't rush it. And I am so guilty of doing this. And every time I've rushed it, it's not worked. I now realize you start small, and then you prove it up over a period of time and you get there, but you get there with a really, really solid base of clients and of fans, depending on what it is that you're doing, where people know you and they trust you because do you know what? People buy from people they like and trust. And that's why you need to start small and then work it up. Number 8 is to create your fan base. Build your subscriber list. This is the meat and potatoes, or the tofu and rice, depending, of your business, okay? The bigger the list that you've got, the more you're going to sell. You know, sun equals day, moon equals night. Feeling me on this? It's that simple. Number 9, I better count my fingers, is set your goals, right? Don't set your goals once you're way off in the distance. Set them from day 1. Big enough to matter, and small enough to win, all right? You're running a business, not a hobby. Now, this most certainly is not a drill, okay? So make sure that the goals that you set are actually going to help you build your business into something that you're proud of, and that is going to make it a business that you can live off as well, you know, and not just survive, but actually do well. You know, as the old Pink Floyd song goes, set your controls for the heart of the sun. And who knows? Maybe you don't get to the sun, maybe you only get to the moon. But it's a hell of a lot better than getting 5 minutes down the road and suddenly realizing that you're lost anyway. So set goals that are big enough to matter and they're small enough to win. And number 10 is really simple. Get started. You might remember Nike had this little slogan called Just Do It, which is now, of course, JFDI. And guess what? It's a slogan that everybody in the world knows because it's true. So make sure you get started, and get started from January the 1st, not next week, not after you get back from your holidays, not after you slip back into the primordial, stinking, swampy ooze that is your current existence. For all the reasons why you should stay where you are, just heap themselves on your head and you go, oh God, I'm fine for another year. Look, the year starts on January the 1st, you should too. So if you like what you've seen here, share it, comment, and get in touch. You know, I don't do these videos every day for my health. Obviously, it's not working anyway. I do them to engage with people like you, and who knows, maybe in the future we'll do some business. That's what you need to be thinking about when you're out there talking to people. You never know when you're going to find somebody who comes up to you one day and says, you know, I need some help with boom. Now, I am a quirky, occasionally funny old bugger, but verily and forsooth, I know intimately whereof I speak, because I turn a very old age in about 35 days' time. I've got 10,000 more days on this planet, and I aim to make everybody that I come into contact with a winner, and that includes you. And then who knows where I'm going to go and what alien populace I will irritate, and I'll get banned from more planets than you can shake a stick at. If you found this video, please like and share, and if you really enjoy it, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because the more people that subscribe to the channel, then the more value I know I'm creating for people, and then it just flows on from there. You know, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Hey, enjoy the rest of 2019, and if you can't wait for it to end like a few people I know, then don't worry, start counting down, and 2020 is gonna be a beauty. We'll catch you later.